Roatan is sheltered by the second largest living coral reef in the world. It's called the Mesoamerican reef system. Here on the island, protection of this international treasure is entrusted to the Roatan Marine Park.
The Mesoamerican reef system starts from Quintana Roo in Mexico, and it comes all the way down past Belize, past the little nook of Guatemala, and onto the northern coast of Honduras. It's the second largest barrier reef in the world.
The reef covers more than 1,000 kilometers of coastline and is home to endangered marine turtles, more than 500 fish species, and over 60 different types of coral.
Every single square inch of that reef has something going on. Everything there is alive, not just little creatures like crabs and shrimp and lobster, but that piece of coral is a living organism that breeds and multiplies every year.
Coral is both an animal and a plant. It has a stomach, it has a mouth, it has polyps that create a colony. Inside those polyps, there live microalgae called zooxanthellae, and they work just like a plant. They go through photosynthesis, they create sugar, and they actually provide coral with 80% of its nutrients, and that's the color that you see in coral. So when you see just this colorful rock is not only an animal, but it's also a plant. It's the most amazing organism that's in the ocean.
Thousands of tourists visit Roatan each year, drawn by the opportunity to dive and snorkel on one of the most amazing reefs in the world. Unfortunately, these activities threaten the very resources upon which they depend, particularly coral.
If you look at something and you think, oh well, there's nothing growing there. If you look closer, there's something growing everywhere out there. It's extraordinary, you know, and you get snorkelers that go out there and they stand because they need to adjust their mask. And when you shout at them and say, get off the coral, they say, oh no, there's nothing here, it's just rocks. But it isn't. Everything out there is covered in life. It's amazing.
From enormous whale sharks to tiny seahorses, the Mesoamerican reef system is home to a stunning variety of marine life.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of fish. The clouds of blue tang that we get that are so wonderful, that all feed at the same time, so you see them coming across the reef and it seems like they communicate with each other and suddenly all dive down and feed and then set off again all as one group. I mean, they're amazing. I think eagle rays are definitely my favourites. They're fantastic. They're just such magnificent animals. They're so beautiful and they're so serene. They're just passing along peacefully over the wall. I always feel lucky to see them.
We have a very healthy population of turtles, which is in danger, but they seem to be making a comeback here.
We're not known for our big things, so you're not going to see big sharks or mantas, but you are going to see lots of little things, lots of nudibranchs, different types of coral. You'll see all the sponges, bluebell tunicates, things that you need to have an eye and you need to go slow to see. If you go quickly, you'll miss most of our beauty on the reef.
The dedicated men and women of the Roatan Marine Park work hard to protect this fragile island's most precious natural resource. It's a big job and one they take very seriously.
The Roatan Marine Park came about after people like me who've been out here for over 30 years saw it when it was really good and saw it as it started to be depleted. Now we have grown, it's pretty big, it's pretty strong, and more members is coming on, more and more of the diving community is backing us.
The Marine Park is responsible for all the marine infrastructure in the marine protected area, so the mooring lines, the channel markers, things that keep people safe going in and out of the reef day and night.
I think we're gaining ground. I think education is key to a lot of what we're going to get done here. We've got to educate people, and people are starting to pay attention. We're starting to get people's ears. And we're finding more and more volunteers, local people who steps up and say, yeah, let's do this. And I think 10 years from now we will be in a better place because more people will be realizing that we can all reduce our carbon footprint.
If you're enjoying your visit to Roatan, then please do your part to help protect our extraordinary reef. Stop by the Marine Park office in West End to pick up a few souvenirs for your friends back home. And don't go in the water without first buying a Marine Park bracelet.
The bracelets are very important income for the Marine Park, and without them I think the Marine Park would probably have to close. So it would be lovely if every tourist that came here, even if they aren't divers, even if they're just snorkelers, could buy a $10 bracelet. It would really help out with protecting what we have here.
The Marine Park works as an NGO. We work mostly with our user fees, and that money goes directly into our programs. So that's the financial way you can help. The environmentally friendly way you can help is just be smart. Don't touch the reef when you go diving. Don't stand on the reef when you're going snorkeling. If you see anything that's really pretty, take a picture and don't take it home. Just be smart when you're out there.
You're watching the Roatan Travel Network. Welcome to the island.